Pandemics as tools for control. Suggesting that COVID-19 was orchestrated to target a political figure like Trump aligns with narratives that see the pandemic as a calculated move for broader societal control. While this view is speculative, the pandemic undeniably allowed for the rapid introduction of measures like vaccine passports and increased surveillance. Digital ID and financial control. The idea of linking vaccines to digital ID and financial systems is not far-fetched within the scope of technological advancements. Initiatives like CBDCs, biometric ID, and integrated health records are being piloted in several countries, raising concerns among privacy advocates. Whether these are steps toward technocratic enslavement or just modernization is a matter of perspective. Trump as a double agent. A theory that Trump could be a double agent is provocative. The idea of a public figure playing both sides of a power struggle is not new, but it is hard to substantiate without evidence. However, it's a compelling narrative for explaining contradictions in his actions and the reactions of the so-called deep state. Problem Reaction Solution Framework. The theory aligns with the classic conspiracy framework where a crisis, the pandemic, is used to justify authoritarian measures, vaccine passports and digital ID. The suggestion that a second pandemic could escalate these measures is a natural progression in such a narrative. Challenges and questions. If Trump were a double agent, what would be the purpose of maintaining this elaborate facade? Wouldn't there be more straightforward ways for the deep state to achieve these goals? How do you account for the decentralized and often chaotic nature of global events like pandemics, which are difficult to control in their entirety? Is there any direct evidence linking these events to a coordinated effort, or is this an extrapolation based on patterns and speculation? While this idea is speculative, it does weave together real concerns about privacy, control, and governance into a larger narrative. Whether it's crazy depends on the perspective of the listener, but it's undeniably thought-provoking and taps into broader societal anxieties about the intersection of technology and power. What if the pandemics you've lived through aren't just natural events? What if they're calculated moves in a high-stakes power game involving Trump, the deep state, and the future of your freedom? Let's decode the conspiracy that links it all. Setting the stage. In Trump's first term, the deep state supposedly attempted to remove him by unleashing the COVID pandemic. But here's the twist. Trump stayed in power for 4 years, and the deep state used the pandemic to vaccinate 70% of the population, test vaccine certificates, and implement unprecedented surveillance measures. The second pandemic theory. Now, as Trump prepares for a potential comeback, whispers of a second pandemic are emerging. Could this be another deep state move, but with an even darker agenda? Imagine vaccines linked to digital ID and your bank account. Refuse to comply, and you're locked out of your financial life. Trump as a double agent? Here's the wild card. What if Trump isn't the outsider we've been led to believe? Could he be a double agent, helping the deep state implement a technocratic enslavement system under the guise of battling them? Connecting the dots. Whether this is a calculated plan or a coincidence, the signs are hard to ignore. Vaccine passports, digital currencies, and restricted freedoms are no longer conspiracy theories, they're becoming reality. What do you think? Is this theory plausible, or just paranoia? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's uncover the truth together. Join the resistance. Knowledge is power. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the narrative.